Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shawn Pourgol. I'm a manual osteopath, and today I want to speak with you about one fundamental aspects of asset protection and why you should follow that to protect your money. We teach a lot of stuff to our students about how to create wealth, how to make money, but the important aspect of our education for our osteopathy students is also things that they can do to protect their money. As they say in the old times, a fool and his money are soon parted. Just because you make the money, it doesn't mean you will keep it. And one of the fundamental aspects of knowing about money, it says, don't lose money. If you want to be a wealthy, this is a fundamental basic that you have to follow. Make sure you follow it. Don't lose money. You look at those who win lotteries. Most of them, they lose the money because they don't follow asset protection principles. Toward that end, in our education, we work a lot on the brains of our students to change their ideas about money and what they think about money. And that's also a form of asset protection. But the main common way to protect your asset, the fundamental way to protect your assets and your money, is basically to provide a physical distance between yourself and your money or your asset. There are many ways of doing so, but basically when you make a distance, when you separate yourself from your money, it's one step towards protecting your money. How you can do that? In Canada and many countries around the world, you can do so by doing business under a corporation, not under your name. That's a big no-no. I always teach my students, that's a big no-no. Yes, working under your own name as a sole proprietorship is cheaper. It costs you $80 to register a business under your own name, while corporation costs $375 plus $100 registration, about less than $500. It is more expensive, but that is one of the best things you can do to protect yourself and protect your assets. That's a basic fundamental thing of asset protection. It's asset protection 101. You must practice your business under a corporation. But that is what most people do and most people know. But there are different types of asset protection that you can follow that goes beyond that, because corporation offers you a limited aspect of what it protects. I go into more detail later on in another video, but it doesn't 100% protect your assets from against everything. So registering a corporation in the jurisdiction that you practice your business is the first thing you should do. The second way you can protect your assets, it is to create a holding company in the jurisdiction that you practice or elsewhere. The holding company will keep all the money that you make in the corporation that you do your practice, and that protects your money and assets and whatever you have that you put under that corporation. These two together provides a great support system to you to protect your assets. But you can go a lot further than that as well by creating more distance between you and your money or assets, and that is through geography, creating a corporation or a withholding company in another country. That makes it harder for those who want to grab your money for one reason or another to have access to your money. So by having your holding company or even operating company in another jurisdiction, you can create a bigger distance between you and your assets, making it hard for others to grab your money. So this is the next step you can do. Then there are other options too that in limited cases might be of interest to some people. For example, you can register, but not all jurisdictions have that. Some countries offer this, some they don't. As for example, some countries offer nominee directors for your holding or operational company that you can use to create a company while you will have access to the bank account, and you'll be the signing officers and the only person who controls the bank account. So the company in another jurisdiction can operate with two other directors, and they accept all the responsibility of the company that comes, but you will be the one who have access to the money. This is one of the ultimate ways to protect your money because it removes your name from as a director of the company, so you won't be financially responsible for many aspects of the company. So there are many ways that you can do. You can use the legal system, the corporate system, to protect your assets, and you should do so. However, please note that these are all only effective if you do so before a situation arises. If a situation arises after that, you cannot use corporation registration systems to protect your assets, because that will not work in your case. So I recommend always, before you start your business in any field, you should register a company and at least register a holding company as well before you start your operations. And this is, yes, it costs maybe about $1,000 for two corporations to register. I understand it costs money, but this is better than any insurance that you can buy to protect your money, your assets, your home, your business, and anything else that you can gather and you can make in the future from your work. You should make the foundations of your work on solid ground. You cannot put it on shaky ground. You can work for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, making over $1 million in your field as a manual osteopath or other professionals, and generate a wealth, but then through one mistake, intentionally or unintentionally, you can lose it all if you do not protect your assets. And you making that money is hard. It takes time. You have to be persistent and work for a long time. It is not fair to you to lose it all quickly through a mistake, be it intentionally or unintentionally. You have to, intentionally depends on the mistake. I mean, for example, if your floor is wet but you forgot to mop it and somebody fell down, that's a different story than, if you intentionally do insurance fraud and improper billing and steal money. That's a different case. Obviously, when I speak about protecting your assets are in the cases that through accidents that you do not purposefully do something bad. Things happen. For example, I don't know, accident can happen without you being at fault, or even if you're at fault, like you didn't keep the floor clean or something, or a piece of banana skin is on the floor, somebody fell. These things happen in life. It doesn't mean you're a bad person or you did something bad. It just was an accident, unfortunate, that happened. But if you do something bad purposefully, then obviously you have to pay the price for that. And the asset protection is not used to hide your money. If you do something bad, it is a way for honest people who work hard to keep their money and not pay for their mistakes. To give you an example, one way to protect your assets, you never lease anything under your name. You lease it under your corporation name, especially your office space. There was a clinic, a large clinic that I opened a long time ago, I guess about 20 years ago or so, and the lease was over $1 million for 10 years. After a year, the clinic didn't work. I closed it down, and I saved over $1 million because the lease was under corporation name. If it was under my name, I would be responsible for $1 million. So in this case, this asset protection saved me over $1 million. So it's an easy way to protect your assets by doing business under corporation. That's it for today. It's so cold here. I can't speak longer. My nose and fingers are freezing. Have a wonderful day. I pray for you to have a happy, healthy, wealthy day. And God bless, and thank you for watching this video. Namaste.